Welcome back. We begin at the beginning, and that is with Risiek being accused of withholding poll results. Labour Party candidate Charles Nkotaria is raising concern about the Rivers State Electoral Commission's alleged refusal to release results of the last polls to other party candidates who contested in the poll. Speaking in an interview, Nkotaria said the development has deprived candidates of the opportunity to challenge the outcome at the election tribunal since no results were made available. He explained that although they have formally applied to Risiek for the comprehensive results of the election, the commission has yet to respond.
None of the party knows the result. They just only announced the winner and refused to announce the comprehensive results. Even when we approached them several times, they refused to. The party applied also, no way up till now. Ordinarily, we're not supposed to apply to get results of result they have declared winner. If they don't have the collective result of every party that participated, how do they get winner? So it's really a troubling this thing, and nobody is able to apply in the tribunal because of this result.
He further lamented the challenges faced by opposition candidates at the tribunal, including the requirement to pay a bond. According to him, the 5-day window given to political parties to file their petition also contradicts the 21 days provided for by the law. Okay, so yet another controversy. This is the kind of situation that raises eyebrows, makes you ask questions regardless of your affiliations, whether you are for the left, the right, or you're on the fence. Questions will be asked. Why? How? What's going on? Last week or the week before.
Many of us observed from the slim voters present, but on recent rolling out more than the voter turnout of 2023. Observers recorded low voter turnout in several of the polling units, and Sam Chinedu is coming out to give us figures that are manufactured from nowhere.
Okay, so there have been too many questions about the election. Of course, that statement, a person asserting that it was not credible. Questions of legality leading to the election, the assertion of state capture, the framework, the process, the dysfunction. Too many people saying this is not right. But the authorities insisted that it followed due process. So with the confusion from different sides, countless court cases, civil society speaking, some for and others against, it is important that all sides must be unequivocal in their stance. They must be very clear. Let me give you an example. Let's say that I am accused of killing someone, right? The allegation is Sam Chinedu killed Mr. This or Mrs. That. Now you can't prove it, it's an allegation. Before the blood-stained clothes of the victim, they say, I know be the shirt of the person where then kill be this. And a smoking gun in my apartment. Now, mind you, nobody saw me commit the crime. But what they have found is circumstantial evidence. It is suggestive. It is incriminating. Why is that in my house? And I can be detained for that alone. In fact, it will take a very good lawyer. And God, you know what? Somebody in prison to let me off hook. That's exactly how this looks. Risiek looks guilty. Nobody is saying that they are. But everything around is suggestive of. Why are you withholding the result of an exercise you're incredible? The kind of confusion that would lead to this idea in the first place. So if elections have been done, if they were credible, winners announced, the candidate should not be asking for the result. Because if they have to challenge the process in court, it's one of the many things they will need. How can you say he won me with 10 points, with 10 votes, with 1 million votes? You need to be able to argue your case down to the specifics, down to the exact data. But now others are complaining, they just called winner, they didn't call result. The election result is something that Nigerians take very seriously. You see, after the election, even though we know that the winners, and I'm talking general elections now, The winners will come from one of the main parties, the APC or the PDP, or in this case, one of the other parties that's pulling weight. The whole the result announcement is a whole festival in Nigeria. Everyone is watching their TV, looking at a professor announce the results. Some argue that whole process is an important episode in the drama series. So if you take away the data and just give winner, you've ruined it. So Risiek, it's your move now. We go from there, still connected to the elections. A chairmanship candidate in the just concluded local government election, Denye Pepple, is threatening to challenge the tribunal over what he described as an outrageous 5 million naira security bond required before cases can be filed. Pepple made this known in an interview with correspondent Soibi Oruwari.
If they fail to revert to the normal statutory fees, accepting the petition before any other payment of any security deposit, then we are going to sue the tribunal. We'll petition them to NJC. We'll sue them the High Court. We'll petition them to NJC. We are going to make use of every legal avenue open to us. At the end of today, nothing is done. Tomorrow, we are going to pay any security deposit. Then we are going to sue the tribunal. We'll petition them to NJC. We'll sue them for the bonds to take care of costs after telling. But in this case, the tribunal has placed a gate to hinder candidates and deprive candidates of to hearings. So it's totally condemnable. Tribunal does not reverse that. We are going to sue the tribunal.
All right. So remember Risiek clearly stating that those who have grievances, those who are dissatisfied with this process should go to court. And the channels through which that can be addressed was made very open. In fact, before the election, I know there was an inauguration of the tribunal, to which civil societies had a problem with the Chief Justice and all of that. You know, it was a back and forth. Now, those who have been told to go to court are complaining about the hurdles, the 1 million steps that lead nowhere. And now, there seems to be a 5 million naira security bond required before cases can be filed. Where do we get the money? How do we pay the money? Why should we pay this money? If you really want us to challenge it. But a Port Harcourt-based lawyer, Uche Olewune, says the bond is standard practice. This is just you crying wolf, Nano Martin. And it is refundable at the end of the exercise.
Before you file a case in tribunal, there's this amount of money they normally provide for you to deposit with the tribunal. The essence of that money is for you to show that the person is really serious to pursue his case diligently. Because of that matter, if there are fines made against that person, those fines, they should collect that fine from that money already deposited with the tribunal. That's the essence of that money. At the end of the day, ultimately, that money is refunded back to the litigant. No fine imposed on the person in the course of the matter generally.
Now, Olewune was quick to add, however, that similar complaints were raised during the last election, and this is standard practice. What happens when a doctor diagnoses you of something you don't believe? You go somewhere and, they say you have this. You're like, no, doctor, that can't be true. No. The constitutional lawyer, Faculty of Law, Unipol, the Constitution. And to be. But it seems that every single day, the Rivers State local government election, State of Emergency Edition, 2025 model, brings new drama. Well, let's go from there, away from politics to our lives, literally. A peace meeting between the federal government, NUPENG, and Dangote Group ended without an agreement yesterday. The closer session in Abuja was led by the Labour Minister, Mohammed Dingyadi, and his colleague, Minister of State Nkiruka Onyejiocha. It was meant to stop NUPENG from going ahead with the strike, but despite the presence of NUPENG leaders, the NLC, TUC, and regulators, both sides failed to resolve their differences. NUPENG says the strike is to protest alleged moves by Dangote to stop its CNG tanker drivers from joining unions. For now, the government is pleading with NUPENG to suspend the action, warning that even a day of strike could cause huge losses and hardship for Nigerians. You're not wrong, my brother, because that day of strike has started today. I've already started receiving calls. Sam, I beg, the fleet station for your side, then open. I'm like, oh yes, the strike has begun. There are lots of stations around town that are not open. And the small that's in my car, if I just drive it anyhow now, it don't be. As of this morning, our correspondents confirmed that queues were building up across petrol stations in different parts of the city and its environs, of course, following the strike by NUPENG. They claim that there will be another meeting. Please, they should have that meeting immediately. Dangote, NUPENG, TUC, NLC, and whoever is a stakeholder, just enter that. You know, I think Nigerians should even have a say. I feel like we should push them there, lock the door, and say, if you people don't resolve, don't come out. And while this is what NUPENG is presenting, it's about workers' rights. Why will Dangote Refinery state rather, that they cannot unionize? There is a subtle anti-monopoly war, if you may. Because people understand how Dangote moves, right? It's like that guy that you know is a player. He broke your heart once. He apologized, came again, broke your heart again. So now you're wary because you understand that this man has monopolistic tendencies. So even though right now we are fighting union, the underlying issue, what we are preventing, is what could be after now. Some will be for, others against. But the average Nigerian, including yours truly, just wants to be able to drive into a filling station, fill my tank if I have the money at the moment, and go away without having to think about it. So, federal government, NUPENG, TUC, NLC, Dangote, and all the interested parties, please go back to that place. Maybe it's that conference room that is the problem. Change venue. Look for a town hall. Look for an event center. Look for a village square. Go somewhere, sit down, and don't stand up until this has been resolved. Thank you. In case you guys don't see me at work tomorrow, just know that my fuel have finished. 08179230002, 08179230003. WhatsApp is 080-903-06-416. Rivers Electoral Body accused of withholding poll results. Local Government Election Tribunal fee, the bond, which is 5 million, sparks outrage in Rivers. And the strike has begun thanks to the inability of the federal government and NUPENG reaching an agreement. Please turn off your radio as you call. WhatsApp, have I called WhatsApp? 080-903-06-416. I'll tell that again slower. 080-903-06-416. I'm not quite sure, but we might be live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I'll look that up in a bit. My first call is from Jude, who calls from Amuma. Jude, I believe you can do it in 60 seconds. Can you?
Yes, Sam.
Good afternoon.
Let me react to the lawyer that said that the bond fee is a standard practice. If you waste the time of the tribunal, maybe they take the money, otherwise they will refund your money. But he failed to tell us the amount of money that makes it standard. He's talking of 5 million. If you're asking a chairman, the chairman will know that contested that election, including councillors, to roll out 5 million before they can file a case. The lawyer should tell us how much of that money that makes it standard, the bond. Now, the complaining candidates that the documents or the results that they should have as evidence to go to court, they cannot get it. I'm not surprised, because these people, they respect. We make everything difficult for them. They just try everything possible to squeeze them within the 5 days for them to file their matter. They will squeeze them into a corner that they will not be able to file their matter. And they will tell us, or they have told us, go to court. $1 million question is, which of the courts?
Well, there is a tribunal that has been set up. Jude, I'm sorry, but you went way beyond a minute. We have 60 seconds. I'm sure we can make the most of it. Victor from Rumokroshi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, James.
Afternoon. Please go ahead.
The whole thing about the election was illegal. So what did you expect? They know very well that if they release the result, people go to what is even the result? There is nothing like result. Everything in this thing was illegal. It's very clear. That's why when I hear they talk about it on radio, I say, what are you people disturbing yourself? My happiness is that Nigerians are watching. The whole world is watching. Everybody is watching. You will see somebody that will come here now and start supporting and backing the illegality. Everything about this election was illegal. Who came out to vote? Who voted? What is the vote? The election that they have wrote results even before the election. This was the election. It was the election. Okay, the lawyer is talking about 5 million. Is he a new? This is a clear picture of what is about to happen in 2027.
All right. Thank you, Victor. Braid calls from Marwan. Hello, Braid. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So let me look at Dangote and NUPENG and government. So the truth is that we shouldn't have go to strike. There should be a roundtable discussion and ensure that this matter is being resolved. NLC also thinking to join their affiliate body. What have the NLC given to their affiliate body? In which angle they have stand for their affiliate body? The same NLC, Opta is part of NLC. The same Opta, their people were put out of job, like the RSSBA, People's Management Authority, they are part of Opta. Since today, Opta, NLC did not sue for joinder concerning the matter that is in the court. And now, the same thing that they want to monopoly of the masses, they are now joining and keeping people so stranded. In the whole look of things, there is no filling station that is selling. People were so stranded, they could have just very minimal on the road, and that is the area NSC, labor, what we call them, NUPENG and tendencies.
Very great.
They want to see their spread.
I have to move on now. Thank you very much. I have a very quick break, a short one, that I need to take right now. When I return, we talk some more. Point three Nigeria info. Sam Chinedu here. We're still on the big stories. Rivers Electoral Body accused of withholding poll results. Local government election tribunal fee sparks outrage. And the federal government and NUPENG failing to reach an agreement on strike action. We've been taking your thoughts. I'll be speaking to Lugaman in a bit. But let's take two messages on WhatsApp. The election that was done on the 30th of August in River State was a sham. An election where results were written and candidates selected. Kelly from Port Hackett says, Good afternoon, Sam. That outrageous or humongous tribunal fee that the opposition political party candidates of the just concluded local government election are complaining of reminds me of the non-refundable fee the then governor of Rivers State, Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike, imposed on opposition political parties when they wanted to have their campaigns in government-owned school fields or premises in order to frustrate them from campaigning. I smell a rat from somewhere. Clinton Mr. Fresh says. Lugaman calls from HA. Hello, Lugaman. Good afternoon.
Sam Chinedu.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, and Lugaman from HA.
All right, go ahead.
Even though you have wasted all our time, we have volunteered ourselves to do this job. Yes, my brother, the chairmanship candidate lamenting on not allowing them to assess the result. You see, that is why we don't say anything before this election. But already the process has been concluded. They have done it, written names, both the results. Okay, if really they conducted the election, why hiding all the results? You have to make the results open. Look at how many scores that these people scored so that they can challenge it in court. And look at the tribunal, the area they are going, that 5 million. How many of those local government chairmen that even have 5 million? It's unfortunate. And the way FCT minister and his cohort is doing about River State, it's not, in fact, to the people that will come tomorrow, what will they learn? The leaders of tomorrow, what will they learn? In fact, I keep on blaming our judiciary. That's the problem we're having in this country.
Okay.
That a man will do anything he likes, he will say go to court. After going to court, he will not take their judgment.
All right,
so when
man.
they say that court is the last hope of the common man.
I have to move on now. Thank you very much. Bright from Rumodmaya. Good evening.
Thank you, Canada.
It's Sam.
Sam, sorry.
Go ahead.
You know, concerning federal government, Dangote and so on, that their next meeting they should stand and talk. It will help so that they will know that the pains they are feeling while standing and negotiating, that's how people will feel whenever there is no square.
Oh my goodness.
Then concerning research and the opposition parties that are concerned, election held, people turn up and there was voting. So in my own area, there was massive voting in Rumodmaya. So people voted for the candidate they want, which is one that won also in Nobiakpo. So concerning the opposition, I think they said before now that they are not contesting. How come they are complaining? People that did not campaign, no poster anywhere. Then I want to go to tribunal to complain or to file a suit. So for the 5 million deposit that will be refunded after maybe tribunal case is over, they have to pay. If you know that you contested election and you won or the result is 40, go and pay that money. Even if you don't have, they should go and borrow and deposit. So that whenever the tribunal is over, if they won the case, they can give them whatever. If they win the case, they can give them whatever thing they are demanding for. So research is 100% correct in everything.
All right, thank you, Bright. Thank you very much. Chima calls from Rumokuta. Good afternoon, Chima.
Afternoon, Mr. Arako.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Arako, why do we go to court? It's not to us to go and launch our displeasure. All is among. Your result was not shown. Result was taken to heaven. That is why you are heading to court. And court will compel them to release the result. If you have the result, then why are you going to the court now? You have to go to court because you did not see the result. And with that one, if you claim that your agent didn't see the result sheet, then why did you participate? Because they said that if the people come to the election unit and the material are not complete, do not participate. You would have shattered there and then. You did the election, there was no result according to you, then you start coming to court tomorrow. This segmentation of these people is my brother, we are elephantizing it. Go to court, there's a tribunal there for you. Then for the money you have to pay, it's a refundable money. After all, we'll not be shouting the flamboyant money that the local government chairman and the council they eat, but it's even above the professor of a school. Mr. Rack, we can do your section 6. The intention where you're going to become a counselor chairman, you know what you will get? It is all about it. So why don't you pay 5 million naira? This was so optimistic of your winning, and just pay the money. You will enjoy it. It's something that will enjoy it.
Chima, I want to ask you a question. Are you married?
I am.
You're married?
Yes, sir.
Do you have kids?
I am.
Okay. Now imagine, Chima, that your wife goes to court to compel you to pay your children's school fees. What do you make of that?
My wife goes to court to compel because I have refused to pay.
Yeah.
Yes, now. She's fighting for her right now.
Yeah, but should she normally have to go to court for that? Is the tuition of your kids not your responsibility?
If there is no crime, don't be a law now.
No, I understand.
So she should go because maybe I'm stuck, I don't want to pay. So you know now, yes, she's not supposed to go to court because my statutory right. So, but if they have brought the court, then she should go now.
Okay.
For people like me that need to pay their children's school fees.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Chima. That's obviously beyond a minute because I asked a question. JJ calls from Rumibo. Hello, JJ.
Sam, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sam, do you know ASU?
Yes, I do. Too much.
You know private universities, right?
Yes, indeed, I do.
I think ASU is a body for lecturers. Am I right?
Yeah.
Good. The private university lecturers, do they belong to ASU?
No, they do not.